Hello everybody, it's time to do moving again, and we're going to do things a little bit different today. Alright, I'm not going to start with our warm-up because we're going to use our bodies today to do some art and to also learn a little bit of maths. So what you're going to need for today's lesson is a marker pen, then a big piece of paper, or if you don't have a big piece of paper, you can use newspaper. If you don't have newspaper and mom is happy with this idea, you can also use chalk and your carpet, like I do sometimes in class. All right. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to use our bodies to make different shapes on the piece of paper. But I would like you to keep the lines that your body makes straight. So we don't want any curvy lines. We want to try and keep our lines straight, our angles straight. So we don't want any curves. We want to keep everything super straight. So I'm going to show you some ideas, very simple ideas, and you can expand or do things slightly differently when you do it on your own. So we're going to make different straight line shapes on your piece of paper. I'll start with a super easy one. You can see my leg is straight. Then it comes to a point at my knee, and I have another straight line. And the same thing happens on this leg. I have a straight line, joins at my knee, and then another straight line. I'm going to use my marker pen, and I'm going to look down at the shapes that my body is making, and I'm going to draw them. So the first one I want to draw is the straight line from my shin all the way to my knee, and then another straight line from the top of my thigh. I'm going to draw all the way to my knee, and I'm going to join those two lines there, and they're two straight lines. Okay, now I'm going to have a look at what my body's doing on this side. I'm going to use the inside of my leg this time. I'm going to draw a line along my calf, all the way along my calf, right to under my knee. And then another straight line all the way down my thigh. There's another straight line. Okay, good. Now I want to get up and I'm going to have a look at what shape my body made. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I've got two shapes here. I'm going to hold it up for you, bring it much closer, 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 so that you can see. You can only just see. We'll have a look at this one here. So if you see, that was the inside of my leg, and I drew along the inside of my leg two straight lines. Now, can you see that makes a shape? If I were to join those two lines, I think you can tell me what shape I would make. I'm going to join those two lines. There we go. And I'm going to join the other two lines. There we go. And you're going to find that I have created with my body one triangle, and there is my second triangle. Good, and I used straight lines to make those two shapes. I would like you to see how many straight line shapes your body can make. I'm going to give you another example. I'm going to quickly turn my piece of paper over. Okay. So, now I'm going to use my hands and my arms to make a shape on my piece of paper. So, I'm going to try and make an interesting shape, keeping my arms straight. So I don't want to make a curvy one because today we're working with straight lines. I'm going to take my pen. Now it does help if mom or dad was there to draw for you. Then you can make much more interesting shapes. So I need to get my arm on my piece of paper, and I'm going to draw 2 straight lines, one along from my shoulder to the inside of my elbow, and the other one is going to go all the way to the tips of my fingers. Okay, I drew an angle here. 2 straight lines. There, when they join, there's a space there, and that's called an angle. Now I'm going to have a draw on the other side of my arm. So I'm going to start this side. I'm going to go straight line to my elbow and straight line all the way. I now have 2 shapes. So let's have a look what I drew this time. There we go. I've got, I moved my camera. Let's see if you can see that better. Those 2 straight lines joining together at a point, creating an angle. Now all we're going to do is join those and create a brand new shape. So I'm going to join these lines together, and I'm going to join those lines together, and I have created a shape with my body. Good. Right. So those are very simple ideas of what you can do. If you use all your body parts, your legs and your arms and your spine, and you have a very big piece of paper, and mom or dad can draw the angles, then when you get up, you're going to be able to see that you've drawn yourself a pattern or a shape using your body. Join the lines wherever you want to, but keep those lines straight. Take a look at Teacher Colleen's lesson where she made the artwork on the window, and she used the masking tape. And she used the masking tape, straight lines, and she crossed over to make different shapes. You're going to use your body to do exactly the same thing. Okay, again, post that for me, send it to me so I can have a look at what shapes your body makes. You can get creative. You can join all the shapes. You can color in the shapes, whatever you would like to do. However, I would like you to keep the lines straight. And remember that where 2 straight lines join or cross over, they will create what's called an angle. When you get into big school, you're going to learn a lot about angles. But now you've heard that word already. So where 2 straight lines meet, or they cross over, they create an angle. So you're going to make a piece of artwork using angles and straight lines. See what you can come up with. Talk about angles and straight lines with mom and dad and your bigger brothers and sisters, and see which piece of artwork looks the best. Each have a go. You can remember, you can color it in. I don't mind what you do, but we're working with straight lines and we're working with angles. Show me what you can do. Bye everybody.